try to get it out. In the Olympics, or on his team,
They got professional tag.
professional tag. I can't believe it.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, this is athletic. Wow. That ain't.
Good weight, baby. Good weight.
Let me get myself adjusted.
That's scary. That's scary.
Hello YouTube, this is your everyday powerlifter, your everyday friend Brent speaking. I will say there's no greater lift in all of fitness to me. Powerlifting, weight training is the squat, the back squat. Putting the weight on your back and squatting down to parallel or below. I do like to try to go below parallel consistently. Some days my depth is great, some days my depth is not as great as I would, and that's like with anyone who's completely honest with themselves should be able to say, you know, that they have days where their depth may be questionable, and other days where their depth is good. I feel like my depth has been pretty decent squats of lately, and but my upper back could be a little bit better. I could have more uprightness on my squat and a little bit better head placement. I need to keep my head up more upright, and I think that will help also with my upper back, me folding over a little bit more than I would like on my squat. But I've come a long way at my squat. I tweaked my hip last year. I took about 2 months off. I didn't squat. I took about 6 weeks to 2 months off, didn't squat, and I tore my squat all the way down. And it's still not perfect, but to tear it all the way down and rebuild it back up, starting with the bar, from slowly working from the bar all the way out to now squatting 500 pounds in a year. From tearing my squat down, I feel like I'm pretty. I feel like I've done very well. In less than a year, I've got back to 500 pounds in less than a year, and nothing surpasses hard work. No, I don't. I'm clean. I don't do steroids. I don't do any type of anabolics. I don't do any type of growth hormones. I don't do any of that stuff. Not knocking it for those who do. I'll never say never to anything, but as of right now and currently, I have never done any anabolics, any steroids, any human growth hormones, any type of performance enhancing drug. I've never used it, any of that stuff. And I'll be 50 September the 23rd, and to be squatting 500 pounds and to be squatting consistently daily, I mean not daily but weekly in the fours, and repping 425, 430, 435, repping 450 for reps. I feel very comfortable in saying that squatting is all about squatting. It's form. It's about posterior, having a strong posterior chain. I started working on planks. I started working on hip, lateral, as far as my hip mobility, good lats, strong upper back. I worked on a lot of things to get my, I worked on knee stability, my knees being more stable. I worked on a lot, even occasionally hitting my hamstrings, which seem like for me are always tight. But I worked on quite a few things in order to get my squat back, and nothing was more important than planks and knee stability for myself. And that was goblet squats, where I really focused on going deep, butt to grass on squats, doing my goblet squats, and doing Bulgarian split squats were another, and sometimes lunges and sometimes step ups, but not always doing that because I have limited time. I'm a busy person. But those are I would say consistently. If you have knee stability issues, I will say honestly and truthfully, nothing beats Bulgarian split squats. Nothing beats step ups. Nothing beats some lunges. Nothing beats deep goblet squats. Controlled, not crashing and diving with the weight. A controlled goblet squat, engaging the quads, engaging in somewhat of a narrow stance when you're goblet squats, and good control, and pick up a good weight. I would do my goblet squat. Sometimes I'd have a 60, 65, 75, sometimes even 100-pound dumbbell in my hand, and I would do it multiple sets for 8 to 10 reps, 12 reps, sometimes 14 reps. Really wanting to engage the muscle, to engage the quad, engage good depth, feeling some good hip activity as far as my flexors and stuff like that, wanting those to be engaged, and really working on that. I've done a lot of side leg lifts to help strengthen my and also planks. Nothing far as coming down, having that weight on your back, bracing, focus on my bracing, and focus on my bracing when I'm planking. So I would use bracing, and I'm planking, but I'm bracing, and I'm not just planking. I'm intentional about bracing because I want to engage my core. I want to engage my posterior chain, my whole abdominal muscle group, so that when I squat and I brace when I have the belt on, that I'm stronger. I'm not losing. I'm not bleeding out power in my core. So those are the things that help me with my squat, and also being smart when you squat. If you're coming in a day and you don't feel strong, if you've been squatting heavy, I'm not talking about a day where you just don't want to work out, you just push yourself through. I've gotten up under the bar and I've been fatigued, and something in my brain says, "Brain, you gotta do it. You can't, you're just fatigued today." And you go in, you get up under the bar, and you push out a couple of good reps, and then you push yourself even further. Maybe you got another rep or two, and I've done that several times where I've gotten up under 405. Then I got to 415, 405 for 5, 415 for 5. Then I hit 425 for 5, and I was like, yeah, I pushed myself, knowing that I had fatigue. The pre-workout's not helping me. None of that's helping me, but nothing was helping me but the mental capacity of pushing myself to my limits, and going home exhausted, taking a shower, because I work out typically not in the morning like I would like, but I work out in the evening after I get off work, and knowing that I'm fatigued coming in after putting my daughter to bed, washing dishes, doing all the stuff that a family man has to do, and then going to hit the gym and squatting. It's not easy. It's not for the meek. It's not for the mild. For those who work physically laboring jobs, they know what I'm talking about. It's not easy going in and squatting and putting that weight on your back. and coming down and doing those things. But what is easy in life? But anyway, I will tell anyone, if you want to be stronger, you want to be a stronger man, you want to be a stronger person, squatting is going to get you stronger. And nothing to me beats the squat. Even if I don't get to a 600-pound squat, or I'll be happy with being able to squat in the 500-pound, in the 500s. I'm happy with that. That I can squat back to 500. But this is your everyday powerlifter, your everyday friend. I hope you learned a little something in this video. You want to build your squat up, as I recap. Bracing while you're planking. Bulgarian split squats if you have knee stability issues. Goblet squats to look at foot placement, and also squatting down to make sure that you get good depth in your squat. Upper back, strengthening your upper back and your lats so that when you put the weight on your backs, you're strong up top. Occasionally hamstring strength, and I would say that's mostly the keys to being a good squatter. Hip flexors, strengthen those as far as raising your hips and all those things. You want to have good hip mobility, and sometimes doing some leg lifts and some side and some all the different things, hip hinging movements that are out there. I can't think of all of them right now, but yoga, there's a lot of different yoga poses that you can do as far as strengthening your hips. This is your everyday powerlifter, your everyday friend, Brent speaking. I hope you have a wonderful day. Signing off. Bye.